Welcome to Low Code Feature Focus. In this edition, we're going to make changes to an action grid to select rows with a checkbox. Let's take a look at the issue. In the default display of a grid, the action is that if you click in the open area of a row, it will select or unselect the row. Some people would like a more intuitive display where a checkbox appears when you click the row and it's a designated area for where to click. In the next few minutes, we'll make 3 changes to this website to make this happen. First, we'll locate icons that we want to display on the row and upload them onto the site. In the second step, we'll add some CSS. And in the third step, we'll add the checkbox to this grid as a column. So let's get started. I've done a Google search for free icon checkmark. You can pick any icon that you want. In this case, I'm picking this simple black and white checkbox. I've gone to their download page. It's a free download, and I've selected it. The download was a zip, and I've extracted the file, and I'm going to edit it to see what it looks like. And it's a circle with a checkbox in it. In addition to having an image that's checked, we also need one that's unchecked. So I'm going to make a copy of this file and edit it to be the unchecked version. So it's renamed. We'll edit it and zoom in so we can edit it. And I'm just going to remove the checkbox, the check mark from it. So the alternate image will just be a circle that has no content. And we'll save this. So now we have a check mark and an uncheck mark. The next step is to go to your website, and under the persona bar, you want to go to the site assets. I've created a folder called Images Checkbox, and I'm now going to upload those images into the folder. So now we have 2 images, the checked and the unchecked. In the next step, we're going to need the URL. So right-clicking and say Get URL, we'll copy and paste this onto a clipboard so we can use it in the next step. Same for the checked one, Get URL, copy, and set it aside. So our images are uploaded. Now in the persona bar, we can go to Settings, Custom CSS, and drop our CSS onto the page. The CSS is, you'll find it in the comments to this. It's predefined, you just use it as it is. So those that understand CSS can dig in and see how this works. We'll save the style sheet and go back to our website and go back to our grid. Now it's time to put all this together. We go to Customize Listing, add a computed field, and in this computed field, it doesn't need to be searchable, but it does need to allow HTML. Again, from the comments to this article, look for the image statements and paste them into the template. These image statements have no source, and we're going to fill that in from the images that we set aside a minute ago. For the row is not selected, you'll use the unchecked version of the image, and we'll use the checked version of the image in the row is selected version. So this displays the image, and the CSS is going to display the right image depending on whether or not the row is selected. I'm going to change this field name to select just to make it make sense and move it up to the top of the grid so that it's displayed first. And that's it. Let's see how it works. We refresh the page and hold down the Shift key the first time you do this so that the CSS is forced to reread. And now we see we have a select column with an empty circle, and you can just click the circle. It automatically displays the alternate CSS. The row is still being selected just in the same way as before, but now there's a visual indication. So with 3 simple steps, we've added a select rows with checkbox. It's a nice quick trick. Those 3 simple steps, adding some CSS, adding some images to the website, and adding images into the grid. All those were found, reported by our community and improved by our community. I urge you to take a look at the Plantain App Community Forum. It has this and other great content. Thanks for tuning in. If there's some other feature you'd like to see in our next video, please leave that in the comments section below. And for more great low-code content, be sure to subscribe to Plantain App.